Okay, where do I start? The PSN's been getting some really good releases recently, things like the Pixel Junk games and Flower, but most recently this, which is Noby Boy for PlayStation 3. It's a couple pounds or so, a few dollars if you're outside the UK. But it's one of those games that isn't quite a game, if that makes sense. There is an objective. The objective is you play as Boy and you go around eating things, growing bigger, and essentially feeding Girl. And this is the growing thing in action. You do this using this. You use both analog sticks. There's one analog stick for the head and one analog stick for the tail. And the idea is to grow, to eat people, to do things like this. But essentially get bigger and bigger, feed Girl, make Girl bigger, she goes to different planets, and then you go into different worlds. The interesting thing is it's a combined effort in that the total length you make is added to the total length that every single person who plays this game makes. And it's a combined effort, and you'll see later on how well that we're doing as a community. You've probably picked up that it's made by the same team that did the Katamari series. The weird objects and stuff should give that away. It's not a huge space, it's quite a small thing, but there are different places you can visit. Holding triangle makes you just come out of there, so if you're lost or you just want to be gathered up again. And holding both the analog sticks in will shrink you. So if you think you've got a bit out of hand with the length, then you can just get small again. But that's pretty much it. The worlds are randomly generated, so you'll never visit the same place twice. Even if you just keep... This is Earth, by the way, believe it or not. I don't know if that you could tell that. But the fact that there's buildings walking about and pigs. But what you do is you grow. So I've done 223 meters. Click on report to the girl. That's the girl on the right hand side, by the way. And what happens is you feed her. It's like this little cutscene of it uploading your score to the overall. Ignore the squirrel on the right. Ignore the squirrel on the right. That just means it's uploading. Is it uploading or auto-saving? It's one of them. It's not a great length, so she only gets a little bit fed. But combined, we have done nearly 830 million. I'm presuming it's meters. Yeah, it's meters. What am I about? Now, since the game's come out, we've done so well as a community, we've managed to get to the moon, which is the next planet. And then you basically go up past other places in the solar system. I presume you next go to Mars. I don't know. See, it kind of got released and then they didn't give too many details about what happens. Even the the trophies, that's a Freudian slip. Even the trophies are kind of secret and you have to work them out. This is the moon. I'll repeat, this is the moon. I can only think it's set a little bit in the future, where random letters appear. There's actually a trophy I haven't got yet, where you have to get 10 people riding on you at the same time. It's the eating mechanic. L2 does this. You eat, and it stores it. The longer you are, the bigger you are, the more you can eat. Eventually, when you eat enough, he starts pooping it out. Let's make him a little bit bigger. But yeah, fans of the weirdness of Katamari will get on straight away with this. It's one of those things that, yeah, it's a few pounds and it's kind of a throwaway thing. You probably won't play it for longer than an hour at a time. There you go, it's starting pooing now. Put something else, there we go. But it's one of those you will keep going back to, especially as a community. If we keep adding to it and going to new planets and all that just adds to the lifespan. And there's trophies that I don't know if you can unlock them all. I don't know if there's probably people who have managed to unlock them all somehow, but it's this is a very good representation about what the PlayStation 3, in terms of the PSN, does great, because with 360 you get a lot of these action games and these joystick shooters and stuff like that. Oh, because I've never sworn before ever. But on here you seem to get a slightly larger variety. You get things like this, things like Flower, like I said, Pixel Junk, Flow, these kind of arty games, but ones you can just really cheap, but you sort of mess around with and really enjoy. I mean, basically the mechanic of it is quite simple. You are just eating stuff, getting bigger. But there is a lot of depth to it as well. And as you get bigger, same with Katamari, as you get bigger you can roll up more stuff. As you get bigger here, you can eat bigger things. Even things like you can eat people and certain animals, and then when you poop them out, it'll be a person combined with the animal, like a person with a pig's head and stuff like that. But I would fully recommend trying it out. If you've got a PlayStation 3 and you're on PSN and you want a throwaway game for, like, I think it's about £3. Now I can't think of anything better than Noby Boy.